Everybody, welcome to Tuesday, our final video for the week. And today is going to be all about lemon, lavender, and the evolution of Darwin. What's that all about? I'm Dave, and this is Barber Dave Shaves and Such. Hi there. Welcome to Tuesday. And you know, a matching shave is like a box of chocolates. And lemon and lavender are like peas and carrots. I don't know why I said that. Anyway, hi everybody. Today we're not going to get too deep into pretty much anything. We're just going to do a shave. It will be a DE shave today. But it's pretty much all matchy-matchy. All the product is made by the same company, except for the witch hazel and the brush. And yes, I'm face lathering today. Oh, and by the way, thanks everybody for responding back to whether you want to have the videos sped up. And it seems like the vast majority, they said they want to listen to my booming radio voice and be bored to tears. So, okay, you asked for it. You got it. Okay, let's get started today. And I'm sure you're going to be able to figure out this razor pretty quick. I've talked before about owning Grail razors, and there's very few that I have left that are part of that Grail thing. On the straight razor side, there's really only two razors that I would like to still get, because I pretty much got all the Grail razors, because for a long time the Dorco 1151 was my Grail, and I was able to get one. But as far as straight razors concerned, I would love to find I can't remember the name of it right now. Matt, kick in here. It's a purple scaled Japanese razor. I had a senior moment just then. And then the only other one is another Japanese razor called the Cape Kennedy, and that's simply because of my love for space. As far as Grail DE razors, I pretty much have them. For the longest period of time, my DE Grail razor was a number 15 Gillette Aristocrat. And I got that a long time ago. And then after that, for a long period of time, it was the Darwin. Well, no, I take that back. For a long period of time, it was, God, I'm having a senior moment, having a big senior moment today. For the longest period of time, it was this razor, the Tridari. The original Tridari I had shaved with and fell in love with it. And never bothered to get one. And then Blackline came out with their homage to the Tridari, which is almost exact. And then, of course, the Darwin became the focus. And it took me a long time, and Matt, Lukey 3262, to find this at a decent price. And it's wonderful for such an old razor. Very aggressive. To me, this is every bit of aggressive as the Blackline Blackbird, and probably even a little bit more. But where the Blackbird is forgiving, this is not. This is not forgiving at all. Plus, the other thing you have to be careful about with this razor, and there's a lot of DE razors out there like this, but yeah, I don't know if you can see it, but well, let me rinse it off here. That little edge where the DE blade sticks out on either side of the cap, even though that part of the razor is not sharpened, it is very thin. And if you're not careful with the angles, for instance, when you're coming up through your nose here, that little edge can catch and it will cut. Don't ask me how I know that. But to me, that's about it. I've been toying back and forth with buying the Blackland Saber, but I don't shave with gem style razors that much, and I've got 3 of them and they're the original gem, so I don't know. Because I did make an ongoing joke that I would not buy another DE razor or DE style razor. And so far I've kept to that, except for the Darwin. And I did say that if I found a Darwin, I would buy it. This razor is also very touch dependent and angle dependent. It's not an open comb, but I'll show you that in a minute. Well, I should say it's not a true open comb. It's got channels as if it was an open comb. However, those channels don't go all the way through. So even though it looks like an open comb, it's not. It's just a standard DE razor. It's just that those areas are indented as if it was. But definitely one of the most aggressive DEs I've ever shaved with, which I like. Good blade gap, but aggressive. I would say as much as a fatigué or fat tip, whatever you want to call it. And usually with this razor, I will always get a little bit of alum bite because I have a tendency to be heavy-handed with this. Now, another thing with that edge that I was telling you about, if you do some buffing techniques and or J-hooking, you have to be real careful because you'll slice your neck open. And as I said, this stuff is not, that part of the blade is not sharpened, but it's very thin. I have settled, and that's another video that we can do down the road, I have settled on my DE blade of choice. But that's a debate that can go on forever, because you've got some people that like Wizamet, some people that like Astra, you got some people that like Paul Silver, which I don't think is made anymore. They might be, or you can still get them, but there's tons out there. I've found that the Persona Lab Blue has been the best for longevity and also for smoothness. Yeah, I'm getting not huge, not as much of a bite as I thought I would get, but there's still definitely a bite. But I think some of that may be due to, for those of you that were here yesterday for that shave that I had with my Chevalier, it definitely needs to go back to the stones. I looked at it under the loupe and it's time. It's one of my older razors, and I haven't honed that thing in ages. The bevel still looks good, so I'll probably just take it across the cauticule and the arc if I don't decide to send it off to get convex honed or concave honed to put a convex edge on it. Great shave. Nice to be back to DSBBS. Because yesterday I qualified it as a BBS shave, but it was probably more of a DFS. It wasn't the greatest. Okay, I'm sure you've already guessed, but the razor of today was just a piece of art, in my opinion, and that is the Darwin. Just a beautiful razor. It's got that nice, just that retro look. I love it. For the brush today, sticking with the black and white theme, we did the Noble Otter Synthetic. For our Witch Hazel today, probably one of the best Witch Hazels, but I'm just a tad biased. But sticking with that lemony type theme, and that's CBL's Blitzia Kubebe. It's one of those that you do have to shake up, and it's got just wonderful emollients in it. Just good stuff. Let that dry down for a few minutes. So anyhow, again, thank you guys for letting me know what you prefer to see. I get a little goofy sometimes when I think that I'm making the video too long. So I do appreciate you guys telling me, and I'll try not to do sped up videos unless it's going to be super, super long. Also, thanks for subscribing. We are jumping up there pretty close. I think that we're at 1543. The next big giveaway will be at 2,000, so we've got a ways to go. But I appreciate your guys' support. And as I said, come November, I am going to start doing some live shows. Not necessarily from the den, but just a live show talking about shaving and talking about different techniques that you guys can watch. Not sure what day it's going to be on yet. More than likely one of the 2 video days. Okay, for our aftershave today, and arguably one of the greatest looking aftershave bottles is Darwin. Now, this does not have a reducer in it because I haven't found one that fits it. So I use an old Penhaligon's bottle. And this is wonderfully lemon and lavender. And then what I'll do is I'll kind of use this as an EDT. I'll kind of take, the stopper and do that. So wonderful. If you get a chance to get the Darwin, it's just a beautiful bottle on both sides. You can actually read through the middle, and then gorgeous on the back. And for the talc, can you guess what talc I'm going to use today? Ha! Fooled you. We're going to use Yardley Gold today. How many of you said Clubman? This is kind of a nice citrusy type of talc that goes real well with the Darwin. And yes, we're only supposed to be 101 today, so, I'll be going outside with a parka and everything else. Guess what, kids? That's it. Thank you for joining me for all 3 videos this week. As I said, there will not be a show tonight as Dave is coming back from Washington, D.C. Next week we'll have a show, and then I'll be gone going camping up in the mountains to get away from this heat and everything else. So I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful remainder of the week, and we will see you again next Sunday. And if you have any ideas for a shave, please put that in the comments today, and I'll try to get to it as soon as I can. Have a great day, everybody. This has been Barber Dave and Barber Dave Shaves and Such. Take care.